This article I'm about to read is from the Post, and they are taking quotables, right? They're taking her quotes. We're going to go over what she's saying, how it broke down, and I want your honest opinion, guys, because I'm going to tell you, this seems like a bunch of bull, okay? She was pulling in some money. Money for the honey, boy. Money for the honey. Listen, this is a mutual exchange, but let's look at what the interview was about. Let's actually dive into this interview, because what I see right here is that Miss Epps was popping it open for a promotion. Okay, she popped it open for a promotion is what she did, and boy, did she get a pay raise. My God, did she top earner? She's a lieutenant, you guys, and there's probably three more levels before chief, depending on your department. She's out making all of those people in between. This is crazy. Let's talk about it. Let's take a look at this article. Matter of fact, let me minimize myself so we can get into this. Woo! Rated M for mature. Rated M for mature. Spread it open for promotion, baby. All right, let's get into it. This article is December 21st. He was a predator. New York PD lieutenant recalls horrifying sex demands on top cop Jeffrey Maddrey. Horrifying sex demands. Okay. Okay, let's get into it. Ooh, this is about to be crazy. Let me zoom in. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all can follow with me on this. It's about to get your popcorn. It's about to get juicy. Lieutenant Quatisha Epps. I don't mess with Quishas, Bone Quitas, Mo Quitas. Nothing with a Q in it. I can't mess with you. I'm sorry. Mo Quita. Shout out to all Mo Quitas. I can't even mess with y'all. Y'all, something about y'all different. Lieutenant Quatisha Epps was facing foreclosure and desperate to keep her home. Here we go. Here we go. Here goes the excuse. This is embarrassing. Lieutenant Quatisha Epps was facing foreclosure and desperate to keep her home the first time Chief of Department Jeffrey Maddrey asked for sex. She claimed in an exclusive interview. Okay, so what are we about to do? What are we about to do? She's getting ready to justify her, one, being a prostitute, and two, violating policy, three, using her body to get what she wants. This is how she's about to paint the sob story now, so you could feel sorry for her and overlook the fact that she, one, committed a crime, two, violated policy, and three, you know, gave her body up for the cash. All right. He wanted to have anal sex, vaginal sex, oral sex, the mother of three said. Why do we have to add the mother of three like that's really important, right? I love how they about to doctor this up. Y'all follow me. Follow me. And then they got her over here by the Christmas tree and everything. Oh, y'all are crazy right before Christmas. Maddrey strongly denies Epps' claims. Basically, the chief is like, man, she a liar. Okay, here we go. In one painful session, he bent her over the sofa on the 13th floor office, she claimed. Wow. Sobbing, I kept asking him, can you please stop? Then I stopped asking him to stop. Now listen, let me say this. Let me actually stop here though. All jokes aside, let me stop here. We're gonna be breaking this down. At no point in time is this appropriate, right? To be completely clear, let's be clear about this as we're reading these allegations. Sexual assault, forcing anyone, male or female, forcing themselves on someone without their consent is absolutely unacceptable. It's criminal, and it shouldn't be tolerated. And these things need to be taken seriously when people are being honest. Okay, when they're being honest. We don't know what transpired. This could be actually 100% true, and it could be 100% false. It could be partially true, right? We don't really know. We don't have all the information. It's going to have to be investigated. But you can judge for yourself, okay? So I want to just stop there because I haven't read this whole article again, but just that one comment right there, I want to make sure we're all clear and we're all on the same page. You guys, I've investigated plenty of sexual crimes sexual assault crimes and things of that nature, and I take it very seriously. At the same time, I've also investigated allegations of sexual misconduct, and the woman has lied. Okay, I've had kids have lied on adults. So again, I take it very seriously, and I believe that when a person lies and falsely accuses somebody in order for to get them back or vengeance or because they feel shamed about or embarrassed about what they did, I honestly believe that they should actually be punished with the same charge and time that the accused would have received if that falsified information would have been processed and that person would have been sent to jail. All right, we just saw recently that the Duke lacrosse scandal, sex scandal, where that woman came out and admitted that she had lied and she completely ruined, those boys' lives and things like that, and so forth and so on. We've seen these lies all across, right? We've seen it consistent. We've seen people lie to make themselves look better. I talk about it all the time on this channel because I've arrested women who have done it. I've been lied to on the job. Okay, thank God for body cam and people who witness things and were able to speak on my behalf and actually squash those false information and then to sit back and see that the department didn't want to actually press charges against her for making a false statement on me. But don't worry, I had one of my homeboys do it for me. So, but at the end of the day, you guys, this is actually a very real problem. And when people lie like this or provide false information or whatever, it does mess it up for those who have legitimate complaints. All right, so just to be clear on that. All right, so let's get back into it. Okay, she claims, she's alleging, saying that she asked him to stop. Okay, and then she eventually stopped asking him. All right, so that's where we are with here. She asked, "Can you please just slow down? You're hurting me. You're hurting me," she alleged. Epps is 51, recently made headlines for being NYPD's top earner, right? She made over $400,000, which included more than $200,000 in overtime. The chief, the highest ranking uniformed cop on the force, demanded unwanted sexual favors in exchange for overtime opportunities. So basically, her position is, I was only willing to do it because I was in a vulnerable state. I needed the money, and that's the reason why I did it. That's her reasoning. Okay, so between June 2023 and December 16, 2024, according to an equal opportunity employment discrimination claim filed against the city Saturday. So this all happened from June 2023 up until recently. Okay, obviously this year, just last week. All right, that's her in her uniform. Scroll down. She alleged Maddrey also used what he knew about her past as an incest survivor to take advantage of her, according to the complaint. Okay, I think he's a predator, Epps said. He said, "We're going to save your house like you're supporting me when you're really just effing me." Okay. Okay. When he wasn't demanding sex, he was forcing Epps to do odd favors involving other female officers. Okay, according to the complaint. That's going to be interesting. What does that mean? That means that there's probably other witnesses, other complainants involved, other people who can probably corroborate her statement or his statement. Is she truly a victim, or is she just an opportunist? Okay, like that's something that really has to be aired out. And here, this brother, he's like, I just knew better, right? He got that I knew better face. Let's scroll down. The EOC document is a precursor to a lawsuit. Maddrey ordered Epps to keep two mistresses apart because he didn't want them to know about each other. You know what this says to me, though? Let me pause it here. This is screaming insecurity, broken, I need therapy, been needed therapy before I became an officer or whatever. This is what this is giving me, simply because there's a psychosis behind this behavior. Okay, let's just be real. There's a psychosis behind this behavior, and you're in this position that of integrity. You're an officer. Okay, you are an officer, and now you're basically saying that, yeah, he basically pimped me out, okay, and I allowed it to happen because of my traumatic background. Mm, I don't know if I'm buying that as an excuse. Just own up to it. I did it. I really, I benefited from it. It was wrong. That's kind of how I look at how this conversation should go. But what do I know? Epps worked again as an administrator for Maddrey as she moved up in the NYPD from chief of housing of patrol, but his alleged sexual demands didn't start until June 2023 when he became chief of the department, responsible for 36,000 members on the force. Um, that's when she claims she confided in him that she was facing bankruptcy and foreclosure. Okay. So she came to him and said, I'm facing bankruptcy and foreclosure. He told me I could do whatever overtime I needed, she recalled. Okay. So I'm pretty sure he said that. He told me I was like a sister, but Epps said the favors he demanded were anything but familiar. Why'd you allow it to happen, right? It's so weird. It's so weird that the kind of the excuse of this that she's going to lean on. He frequently sent her messages that said DAP, slang for that ain't PUSSY, all right? Which meant he wanted to have uh, anal sex, Epps claimed. Um, and again, if these are text messages, they have them. They could pull them up. So if she's making these statements, I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to corroborate these statements. So he would also come into her office and ask me to kiss it, she claimed in her complaint in reference to his penis. Okay, kiss his penis. This guy is crazy. He used to tell her all the time he has a wish and a command, and she would have to do what he said, she claims. He said, strip from me right now, Epps alleged. Bizarrely, he ordered her to pay for a vacation to Miami for Maddrey and his wife. Helen Epps claimed in her complaint, there was a trip that I paid for $2,700, she recalled. He said, make it look like a gift. He has a whole script of what to say. Uh, the first alleged sexual overtime with Epps occurred June 2023. Maddrey was sitting at his desk with his uniform pants open, rubbing his chest through his white undershirt, Epps alleged. He said he dreamed about effing me and my... Okay. Epps claimed. Yeah, this guy... I just have I have a feeling she's going to be able to, like, really corroborate this. I have a feeling there's evidence to support this. I said, but Chief, you're the chief of the department. Now, this sounds crazy. I said, but Chief, you're the chief of the department. He was like, but I'm still a nigga. This is this is wild, you guys. I swear this is something out of a TV show. And you look good. Like, can you picture him saying that? Can you picture him? I'm still a nigga, and you look good, sister. Yeah, I could see him saying that. I could definitely see him saying that. Am I wrong? Then he asked her to go in the back room in the office where he has a couch in the bathroom, she said. So you got up and you went? See, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Oh wow. He bent me over the arm of the couch, and when I tried to back away, but he was telling me, just let me put it in a little bit, she claimed. Next, he reached into the locker near the couch and pulled out a jar of KY jelly from the top shelf in the back and rubbed it on himself, she alleged. Wow. When she asked him to slow down, he said in his soft voice, I'm not trying to hurt you, baby. I'm not trying to hurt you. You guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is from the exclusive interview. Wow. The two had sexual intercourse about 10 times after that, Epps alleged. Epps, who claimed she was sexually assaulted by relatives starting when she was 4. There you go. And she was afraid to tell anyone about Maddrey. Okay. Who was I going to tell, she said. Who would believe me? The last alleged sexual encounter occurred on Monday after Epps went to Maddrey and said she wanted to retire following the post-expose of her excessive overtime, according to the complaint. So listen, like, it looks like she's being honest though, right? What is she saying right here, which I think is really interesting? She said, hey, listen, the last encounter occurred on Monday, which was probably December. She said after Epps went to Maddrey and said she wanted to retire. Why does she want to retire? Check this out. This is so interesting. This just really shows that she probably is dealing with a lot of trauma, emotional and psychological trauma, because this within itself doesn't even, a person in their balanced mind would not, right? She I'm not going to psychoanalyze her, right? But this is what I'm saying. She makes a statement. She gets caught. Okay, that's what this is. This last statement is she saying, I got caught. Hey, Chief Maddrey. Listen, they found out that I've worked all this overtime. They found out that I made all this money, and they're writing an article about me, and I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get fired, and I want to resign before the truth comes out. That's basically what she said. This guy that she's basically saying is her oppressor. Okay, she's looking at him and saying that, she's basically describing him, saying that he is an oppressor. And essentially, she reverted back to her 4-year-old self back when she was sexually assaulted. And now things are blending and looking real familiar. She's resubmitting back into these old habits of being re-victimized. You guys, that could be very true. That could be very true. What does she say? She says Maddrey told her he would speak to the police commissioner, Jessica Tisch, on her behalf. Okay. He said, but first, demanded that she kiss it. Meaning his penis, according to the document. That's sick, you guys. That's sick. You know, if this is accurate, what this says to me is that he knew he was dealing with someone who, there's only 2 things she could be: a liar, or someone who is mentally deficient, emotionally broken, and psychologically damaged. Like, just being honest. I'm just being honest. 2 things can be true at the same time. Because she's real loud in this statement, but she's also wrong. Regardless of what her past is like and all those things, you're still wrong. Both of you are wrong. And whether he saw someone he could take advantage of, she didn't have to let herself be taken advantage of. You could have said no. You could have reported him. Why did he feel comfortable to do that with you? You know, and you guys, listen, and this isn't an attack against her, but in the departments I've been at, the women who were rising to the occasion on an unprecedented level, they slutted themselves to the top. And they knew that. They knew that they could use their body as a way to increase their opportunity. These women who do these things, they're not idiots, you guys. If I'm investigating this complaint, I'm trying to find out who else slept with her in the department. And I guarantee you there's a pattern that you will find. There's a pattern. But this, I mean, 2 things can be true at the same time, you know. He said, before you go, before you go, right? Epps, who felt she had no choice. Look at the words. Her attorney coached her. Compelled under coercion. Wow. But see, you're asking for favors. In exchange, you want to utilize his power. You want to utilize his resources. You want to utilize his influence. But you know what the currency is. And you willfully gave it. Even on your last day, resigning, you wanted him to fight for you. And you're willing to kiss the tip for an extra shift. She filed for retirement immediately after, making the culmination of severe emotional and professional harm inflicted upon her by the chief abuse of power. The department then suspended Epps upon opening an investigation into her. Maddrey says this hoe is lying. What a convenient time to accuse somebody of misconduct after she's caught stealing time. She's obviously drowning in the deep end of the pool without a lifesaver. She wants to take down as many people as she can. Two things can be true at the same time. What do I mean by that? Allegedly, they have her on record stealing time. They have her on record stealing time for years. People are questioning her whereabouts, her signing in when she's not at work. You guys, what crime did she commit? That's theft. That's theft. Not only is that theft, she also committed prostitution. She's admitting to prostituting, right? And the chief. These are crimes. Just because you're the police doesn't mean that we have to give a damn about your backstory. We don't ask for the backstory for criminals. Let's be real. You got little Ray Ray and Tay Tay, Shamika, Laquita, Suzanne, Paul, Tom, Mike, Jeffrey, okay? Jose, Javier, okay? Shabazz. We don't ask for their backstory when we're throwing handcuffs on them and body slamming them on the ground. And they want to tell you, hey, listen, man, I know I'm out here selling, but I got to keep the lights on. Sorry, player. Hey, I know I don't have insurance on my car. It's too I can't afford it. This is what's going on. So-and-so's in the hospital. Guess what? Y'all be impounding the car and taking them right to jail. Oh, yeah, I know you caught me robbing the bank. But I've been applying for jobs, can't get a job. Sorry, player. Oh, well, yeah, I was out here tricking, doing cartwheels on sticks. Guess what? Sorry, man. Prostitution is illegal. But I got kids to feed. Sorry, man. But I'm trying to pay for college. Sorry, man. Why does her backstory matter? I'm just asking for a friend. Why does it matter? You're a grown adult. You're 51 years old. You need to go to therapy. And if you're that easily coerced, if you're that easily manipulated to break the law, break policy, you weren't fit for duty. And you haven't been for a while. I'm not saying that what she's saying isn't true in reference to how it made her feel. I'm saying that that's not justification for you breaking the law and doing the things that you did. And now that you got caught, all of a sudden you go from villain to victim. Villain to victim, because all those months went by and you was collecting the check. You was spending that money, giving up the honey to spend the money. No one had a problem. It was a mutual understanding. It's a hard sell for me, you guys. It's a hard sell for me. And just because a woman comes with a sob story Doesn't mean it's true. I say follow the facts, follow the evidence, and what can be proved, what can't. It is what it is. What we do know is that they was definitely doing something, okay? They were definitely doing something. That brother said, spread it wide for some time. You want some extra time? You need to spread it like wine, baby, okay? Sheesh. She a triple threat. Listen, what's funny is she gave him everything he asked for. That brother said, if you want the gold, I need all 3 holes. Okay? Oh my God, the madness, you guys.